I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible. There is not a Black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America.
In much of the Democratic Party, it's now fashionable to say that America is racist. That is a lie. America is not a racist country.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
America is not a racist country compared to all the other countries, including those in the continent of Africa. Yes. Was America a racist country back then? Yes. But is it today? No, I don't believe so. Way back when, yes, it was a racist country. But today, that doesn't mean racism doesn't exist. It does. But I wouldn't call America a racist country today. I wouldn't. Yup. If you don't believe me, why don't we let these two beautiful Black ladies explain that to us? According to these ladies, most countries in Africa are racist against their own people. They are still worshiping white people in Africa today. Without further ado, why don't we get into these clips? It's only 2 clips, people. Watch them start to finish. Okay?
If you still think that Africans are not racist or discriminative against their fellow Africans, maybe you're still living under a rock. Because most of these hotels, to be specific and talk about coastal region, we regularly visit, my husband and I. My husband is a German. These hotels, they should really write it in bold capital letters on their website. We only accept white people, not African or any dark skin. When they see this face, they don't want even to ask me, what can we do you for? Let me give you a story what happened. We checked in with my husband in one of these hotels, and this was our second time checking in this hotel. Everything was good. Oh, we were treated like king and queen. Okay, they see me and they see me with a German man. I'll be the queen of the day. The next day, I had to go to the reception. I had to inquire some information. So I found another lady who did not check us in. She didn't even care to listen to me. She was still typing on her computer things that she didn't even tell me, 1 second, I will attend to you. The other ladies, they were just there talking, doing whatever, laughing, while I kept it cool. After a few minutes, my husband came. When I tell you, these people even stood. It was like we were having a meeting. The moment my husband arrived and they realized we were together, they realized that I have a white man in my life. So I have to be important and I must have a lot of money, because they only serve people who they think have money and they can be beneficial to their lives. And I told my husband, actually, no. These people, the same people who are just trying to show you that they want to serve me, they're the same people who have not even asked me what they can do me for. So my husband was like, what is happening? We went again to the reception and we found the supervisor. Supervisor was like, oh, we are very sorry, this would not happen again. This went on and on and on. Come to the restaurant. When I wanted to order something without my husband, no waiter or waitress would come and approach me to even ask me, what can we offer you? No, you are Black. I mean, you don't have anything to offer us. But when I'm with my husband, let me tell you, they will all gather on the table. Will come and ask us, nikulete nini? Kuna soda baridi, kuna soda moto, unapenda gani? Hata tuko na bonus. Ukinunua samosa 2 unapata 2 bure. Get out of here. It's just bombastic side eye. The shock of my life, let me tell you one thing, yeah? I have never been discriminated in Germany. I have never faced racism living in Germany. I have faced discrimination in Kenya, where I come from my fellow African. And guess what? So you people, the way you treat these white people in your country, they don't treat you the same way while you are in their country. Right on your website. Bring us back to colonial time. We only accept white people. We can read. I hope you guys who have not gone through this, but share with me if you have gone through this.
So many questions from people who look like me, asking me why I wouldn't take my children to Africa and why I moved them to Europe. When I travel to Africa and I am in the airport and the airport attendant tells me to step aside so that the Indians and the Europeans can walk through, there is a level of self-hatred still to this day in Africa. And you guys are going to get so pissed off at me, and I don't care because I am of African descent. I can say what I want to say. But when you tell me to step aside so that the Europeans and the Indians Our bank accounts look alike, but you want to tell me to step aside in the homeland, of my ancestors, but I should step aside so they need to get through. There is no day on this earth that I will walk this earth and worship a colonizer. The original brown and native people all over this world, I salute you. There are so many injustices in Africa, so many corrupt mindsets, we have to fix it. There was no way that I would ever move my children to a country in Africa. And I'm talking about a specific country, but I've experienced this in 4 countries in Africa now. 4. There is no way that I would ever move my children to Africa and have them experience an establishment owner telling me to remove the fan from my side because the American, which again, I have not spoken, so you don't even know where I'm from. But the white Americans on the other side, they need the fan. There's no way. There's no way. And again, I am spending time in Dubai as well. I've never had anything like that happen. And I could talk about this all night long. I could talk about it because I married into a Nigerian family as well, who they're very colorist. I remember my mother-in-law telling me that my sister-in-law was having a baby and that she was praying like every day, doing something so that the baby is light skinned. Meanwhile, I have brown children. I myself am brown. So where do you think I should place that? Like, I just never imagined the level of ignorance, the level of self-hatred that some African people have. I was raised in a pro Pan-African household. Like, you are beautiful, baby. I don't care if your edges or roots or not. Enjoy the whatever. You are beautiful. That is how I was raised. That's how my daughter is raised. She prefers. I'm all natural. I don't need anything. And yes, I'm using a filter because I need you guys to understand this. I need to get this message out there. I want everybody to stop and take a listen. It is very much so true. The most hatred that I myself have experienced is in Africa. Especially now, if I'm quiet and I am barefaced, natural hair tied, chilling with no makeup on, and you treat me like dirt because you think that I am not worthy. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I have. You don't know anything. But you treat me like the scum of the earth. Like, who are you? Scoff. I didn't even know scoffing was a thing. But you treat me like that initially. You better keep that same energy. When you do find out who I am, you better keep that same energy because I don't want my children to be associated with anybody who behaves that way. So this is why, and I have so many people, I get so many questions. Why aren't you in Africa? You have African family. Why aren't you in Africa? I don't want to be in Africa. I don't. I have assets in Africa. I will always advocate for people who look like me. I will always. And you know what? I will always advocate for the African children because they are the ones who will change. The millennials, the other ones, boomers, done. But I will always advocate for the children because they are the ones who will eventually change it all. So that is why I educate my children, but I don't immerse them. Not just yet. Eventually, we will. Africa has a long way to go. A very long way to go. And the African mindset has to evolve before I could ever immerse my children into any kind of nonsense like that. The level of colorism, tribalism. I can't even tell you how many experiences I have had with tribalism. No. The worst, and it's disrespectful and it's disgusting. I get disgusted thinking about it. So no, I would not immerse my kids in Africa. They will go. They know exactly where they're from. They know exactly, we travel there often, but to fully immerse them, I need them to go where they know that they are the beauty standard. And unfortunately, no matter what these propaganda and these campaigns and, oh, travel, return home, home with a return, it's not. It's not what it is. Propaganda. It is a campaign. I worked in marketing. It is a campaign. I won't be subject to that. So yeah, this creator, go watch her video. I'm sorry I said that so late, but she's right. It's the worst. Don't even get me started on the West Indies. We're gonna do another one about that one too, because no.
Yeah. No wonder why it was so easy for Europeans to not only colonize Africa, but to bring black people over here and put them into slavery, because African people are a sucker for white people. That's the truth. Someone has to say it. I'm taking the liberty to say it. Do you believe these things could have happened here in America today? It could have happened, yes, decades ago, of course, when America was truly racist, of course, but not today. Not today. What these two ladies explained into these clips, no, I don't believe it would have happened today in America today. So that's all I had to say in the matter. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and comment. Until next time. Ciao.